Hello. Welcome to the darkness. No camera either. So, what are you going to do? How's all the two people out there? We have 5 bottles in this San Miguel Pale Pilsen. Dry, super dry. So, we got it up already. Probably my engineer. Guys in the unions. Yeah, on camera. I don't know what I did. I'm sure it's full, but at this point in time, I'm not too much to do. Some living room furniture, some small pieces. One has it's like a 3-seater. It's got two bigger cushions. The other piece is 2 smaller. And so with those pieces, you can put end table, lighting, whatever. I've been eyeing up these corner pieces that are they get flush against the wall. You know, if there's no backing, or you have it angled out, you lose a couple inches. Money, Bobby's apartments. So, I thought I had 8, you got 11. So, I measured that width up to the length is 1 piece. The length goes all the way to the wall. So there's no other piece I gotta compensate 3 feet for. I got 3 feet from the seating area, the back, and the angle of it. So from 3 feet total. 3 foot total. So I thought, well, by these pieces, if I get my son on Xbox or Nintendo or something, then he can play while I'm doing my thing. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
Good morning. Started on time today. Huh?
Good morning, Lee. Well, you know I gotta have my engineer sweep for bugs. Okay, some of my
All of them.
wiretap, stuff like that. I really love this bedroom, man. I love that wardrobe piece we bought that they had on sale. It was 40,000 pesos. I think I got it for 30. Spent 186,000 pesos.
Yeah, last night it was in the upper 50s here. Today the high is 72.
Yeah, man. Bullshit. And then tomorrow's 50, and then the next day is 85. And the day after that's 60. Okay. I don't know what to dress, how to dress anymore. Look at that, man. Boy, oh boy. Christian, I thought you were going to do a walkout or something. I saw Gary have a comment on one of Simon's videos. So is he working full time now again? You don't see him here?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What were you saying?
Yeah. I saw you made a comment on one of Simon's videos. I
Yeah,
wonder whether he,
wonder how he's doing. Apparently okay.
well, he must not have, oh, maybe he's back to work, can't stay up late. I don't know, what's normally 7 hours ahead of me? Were you?
Yeah, it's only afternoon there, 2, 3 in the afternoon, something like that. What time is it, Christian? About 2:25 or 3:25 in the afternoon in Norway. In England, is England the same or
So,
1 hour behind?
so the
Oh yeah,
boys,
England's only 1:25 in the afternoon right now.
yeah, union on strike, Wildcat strike. So, this week, last week and a half, these other two guys are here. Her uncle's gonna bring in a couple more when we do the extension for the stove and refrigerator and the storage. So these guys, they're going over the walls, bringing down a lot of those raised spots, and then paint in the second coat looks great. I started thinking, is this a fucking scam where they do this and then they come back and do it again? Plus
Of
paint.
course, as long as you're paying for it.
Because these guys are overdue, man. It's 8 months or so right now. And 8 months. I'm thinking to myself, well, how come they couldn't do it right the first time? But I tell you, these toilets I bought, they got that low water, like whatever, 2.5 gallon, 2 gallon flush instead of 5. They surprised me, man. Those things take a sizable turd and swallow it up, no problem. I was worried about that.
No problem with the Italian sausage then, huh?
Bonds. The name of that. You know what I like the stores I got. I go to Wilcon a lot. I didn't even know there was a Wilcon here in Boothville. Because you walk in the door there versus City Hardware, your choices of tile is just out of this world. Oh my God. I could do a lot of good stuff with that stuff. But
Yeah, I think I saw one time. Remember that guy, that YouTuber, Texas Filipino? He was in one of those stores. Man, the selection of tiles went on for the whole store. It looked like.
I looked like a kid at Christmas time when I walked in there. I'm like, you know what? If I knew this place was here, I came here first.
Right.
But I wasn't thinking anything extravagant. But there's so many choices to do whatever you want to do. If you can't find that shit there, you can't find it anywhere. And all home, yeah, I've been there. It's okay too. You got a nice desk out front. One of those, not one of them goofy looking office jobs like they got. Well, that straight little. It reminded me of the school desks before we went to school. They had more modern ones, We had that the drawer and the top extension, and then they were kind of narrow. This one you walk in, and it goes from narrow to big with a filing cabinet. And I forgot how much it is, but I'm just waiting to get it. Gotta get the kids bed first. But the chair they had with that desk, nice. Oh, man. But getting kind of old here though. I like the warmth. I mean, really.
You drive your truck at all this past week?
I did. I think I'm almost at 800 kilometers.
Wow.
What's the rate on there? Is that how they said that? Their unit of measurement? Kilometers?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then, it's kind of deceiving because if you sit there and idle, when you idle, you have the liters per kilometer. Is that right? So I'm averaging 12.3 in America. That's at 3 even. That's 33 miles or 36 miles a gallon over. So I'm between 30 and 38.
Yeah, it's about 29, 30.
That's pretty good, man, for the weight. It's a full frame truck. It's the only one like that.
And you haven't had it like here. You can go on a long trip and get the real good highway mileage. There, you can never get going very far for very long.
I had my excitement the other day when sister-in-law came with us and we went to pick up her kid, her mother-in-law's, and you go over that older bridge where you come out on Montpelier, when you drive, and you end up by McDonald's and you're heading east. I got to open it up, doing 60, 70 cruising felt pretty good. Because whenever I'm in that jam stuff, I'm thinking, man, why didn't I just get one of these Weagles, I still might get one. I don't know, that or a Suzuki. Suzuki's only $12K. They're changing the design this in 2025 for the Tacoma, at least in the States. Very sharp looking truck. And they got one here that's coming out called the Champ. An ugly looking truck. But it has a 2.4 engine in it. Probably turbo. And that's a good engine. Good engine, reliable. It's got enough gas, enough oomph, Nothing with the not like the 2.8.
I was on the live early. Well, it would have been morning for you. David's was on there, and it's David's live. The guy from Arkansas.
This morning or last night?
It was your time. It would have been 8 a.m. your time.
Okay.
Earlier today for you. For me, it was last night. But Ronald was on there. Jack, Will, and me. And I asked any of them if they'd anybody done a proof of life check on Michael lately, and they said, "Oh yeah, Michael was up in Angeles last week with Will, and I guess Dice." So he had to go up there for his VA appointment or something like that.
I saw a picture. He looked afraid.
Yeah,
looked like this pasty white dude with these. They wear these sandals with the crew socks.
Well, he doesn't get out of the room too much, so
yeah,
he got out of his comfort zone there.
Like Dracula, the sun comes up to get it.
He had one of those Wisconsin tans, huh?
Yeah, the one I got here is like stripes here. I formed a body line here right below the breasts. So it looks like I was out on the beach all day. Unless I go out there and walk around with my arms up, so I get the sun underneath my armpits. But I don't go to. I haven't been to the beach yet. Primarily because of
there's no real nice beach around Butuan, right? At least I didn't see it.
The sounds okay. There's one at the Kabam around too, but that's mostly they got those people huts up front by the beach, and the beach there is a lot of stones.
Right, that's what we went to one time. My wife said, "Oh, we're going to go to the beach today." I said, "All right," and we went there. It was all the rocks, coral, and we rented a Nipa hut, and the guy walked by with the pig on, carrying it on a stick, one on each end of the stick, right, and they cut you off some babui, and we ate there, and that was the idea of going to the beach for the day.
That picture that's on my, what do you call it?
But I never touched the water.
That picture that's on my, I think that comes up for the channel, that was taken out there at Kebab Man.
Yeah.
So, the sound was okay. Just they did a lot of palms wash up on the shore here. But I haven't been out there this year.
But the
Hey,
two times I've been there, I've never been to a beautiful beach. I'd like to do that.
no, it's okay. I mean, it's not touristy, that's for sure. But guess what? I got the shock of my life. They finally passed. They finally did a passport. What do they call it? Refresher, whatever. I go up there and I said, yeah, man, I'll take. I want for 6 months. I can only get it 2 months at a time now.
Visa, you mean?
So I gotta pay. I had to pay the dude 6,000
For 2 months.
until August. Well, I had to pay 6,000 because I didn't have my ACR card with me or some shit.
Sheesh.
I'm thinking, what a fucking. He goes, sorry, sir, I don't make the rules. I said, yeah, I understand. But he didn't know me, so he. My kind of.
What a scam.
Yeah, that's right. He goes, well, you have a Filipino wife. Oh, we could fly out to Guam and come back.
Tell them, hey, if you come into my country, they give you money. They don't ask for money.
I haven't been to Guam. I've been through Guam, but I've never spent too much time on ground.
I spent an 18-hour layover there one time flying a MAX flight military airlift from Okinawa to Hawaii. So I had an 18-hour layover. So I rented a car, drove around the island, and
Yeah, it's not what
I'm glad I didn't get stationed here because that was like number one on my dream sheet for overseas was Guam, and I'm glad I didn't get it. I mean, I was stuck on a rock in Okinawa for 4 years. You couldn't go too far there. It's like Philippines. You drive, you'd never get your vehicle above like 60 clicks.
Yeah.
Because the speed limit was like 35 maximum everywhere. So
A couple of guys that. I had one guy. He was retired and living in Samar, and then him and his wife went to change the name of the show to Life. Life. Something about the sea. I forget. Not the Enrique stuff, but he was a Navy vet.
Life by the Sea or something like that.
Yeah, he was a areographer. So they were living in Missouri, I think. He retired, and I used to watch his stuff. Yeah, he was good at it. And one of his video shots of when the channel starts, little what they call that before the actual
intro.
Videos. Yes, and he showed this Filipino walking older one. These huge tits, and he slowed the camera down. So you could just see it slow mo. I said, man, you must have been angry up.
Hey, Craig.
Little cool here last night, boy. Ooh.
Cool as in what? 80?
74, 70.
Really?
One was, but I sat outside with just shorts on, so I must be acclimated to this. Do
you have a chair? Do you have a chair or a rocking chair on your porch yet?
No.
No.
I haven't even. Well, it's all buggered up. Like freaking sand mounds and shit. That's a big thing.
That's right. You got more workers to pay yet before it's finished, right?
Yeah.
Still got to get gravel for your driveway, huh?
But they do. Well, I'm gonna do that concrete. I think. I'm good. Otherwise, you're gonna have a lot of stone get washed on. Hey, if I have any leftovers, I'm gonna I'm gonna throw stones on the drive from here to the main road. That fucking ride is like you wouldn't believe. It's a pain in the ass. It's just it is a road full of history because there's a shitload of rocks, and when people are farming, they throw that shit, and it made it to that what became a road. So it's kind of it's down on the right and left side where the tires would go, and up in the middle.
Right. There's ruts.
Yeah, so it's pretty fun. So I get some crushed gravel, man. I mean, the new road they put in out there. The architect showed me it last year. The stick, and he showed me this is how high the ground would have to be, like half of a 6 foot stick or more to be even with the road. So that ain't happening. They're not tearing down houses, bitch. What you gonna do? Still, I scraped up the. What did I tell you about that? I scraped up the bumper in the front. Craig says hi. Vikings inside. Yeah.
So how'd you scrape your bumper?
Well, see, I went over by the mother-in-law's. I always park back because I can make a U-turn. There's a service garage there that I can use that because of the Toyota turn radius sucks for the trucks, So that gives me a big loop. I can make a big loop. So this old lady was out walking her dog, her husband's dog or something. I had parked there before. I was just waiting for her to pull the dog the other way. But she wasn't moving. I was like, fuck it, I'll just go in here. And the sensors go off when there's high grass. So I assumed there was just high grass till I heard it.
I never trust the technology, huh? Do you, Tony?
Yeah. So I told it to the service lady. I didn't hear what because when you buy a car here, that person's your agent for everything. Insurance claim. The only thing you got to do, even when they paid free for registration, you have to go for the emissions thing. That's all you got to do. And she confused me in the beginning. So I said, "You go. I don't have to do anything but come here." Oh no, you got to go there and do that yourself. I said, "No, whatever." And then she thought about it. She goes, "Oh yeah, you just call me for everything except the emissions things. You get that and bring it over here for that." So November I'll be there. So I get back like August 4th on a Sunday. So when am I supposed to do my renewal on a Friday, or do I do it on a Monday? The passport renewal. Yeah, sure, man. My back. Ever since we got this new mattress, man, my back. I'm weak in my leg, knees going on. Man, back in my mind, I'm thinking, I should just get that shitty mattress. That spring reminded me something when we were kids. I think. Yeah, so the dust part is going to come up with sun's back. I was so tempted because I measured out like 8 feet. Turns out it's 11. So how I was measuring was the width of the seating with the back. And then go to the wall being 3 feet. I measure out 3 feet. I go down to ask what would be where the front door is on the opposite side, where it would open. So this is how much room I've got. I just got to subtract. 3 feet to put that other piece that faces at the TV, but in back of the door that opens. So, but they only had cloth. I didn't want cloth. I got some that shit. It's not quite leather. It's like leather, artificial, whatever.
So how you sleeping in your new mattress? You like it?
Yeah. Well, I like it till I wake up. And then my back feels like mush. I want to do that shit, man. I don't want to spend a year at home and rehab back in Wisconsin.
No.
Wear my ass out. You know, that's another year that I have to deal without my family. You know, it's almost 3 the first time. I don't know what happened to that video my sister-in-law took. It was on her phone. I don't know. Should post it. But, yeah. I think Simon and Maria are coming to the Philippines this year sometime. I don't know whether they're going to make it over here or not. It takes an hour and a half. I'm going to say this for anybody out there that's in their 40s and 50s that has problems about anything, drinking, smoking, whatever. When you're in your 50s, you still feel, the early 50s especially, you still feel invincible. Cancer ain't gonna get you. You know, kidneys aren't gonna shut down. But when you turn after 60, this shit comes to a head. And all that stuff.
Yeah, all the bills come due, huh? Then
All the stuff that you blew off because it ain't happening to me, kind of thinking it will happen. And
yeah.
this shit, almost 63, it went pretty fast since I turned 60. You know? So thank God I'm only going on, what, 36? Yeah. Just got to reverse the numbers.
I just and the longer you go, the faster it seems. Like, you know, my mother's 99 and a half, and for her it just seems like it's flown by. You know.
I asked my grandma once. I said, my grandma was 92 when she died. My mom's mom, and I said, do you really feel that like you're 92? She said, well, it depends how your life's going. Yeah, but she had a couple of her sons die.
Yeah.
Heart attack and colon cancer. You know, I got to get going with I get Monday. I'm gonna call up and start my process at 1380. And same time, I got to start doing physical because I'm due this year for colonoscopy. So, you know, how much would that cost here? You know,
I don't know. I think one time I ended up paying after insurance. There was one time, maybe it was because like it was early in the year and I hadn't met my deductible yet. But I think I put out $900 one time, and that kind of surprised me. The other times I maybe paid 200 or 300, you know. But like I said, it all depends on the time of the year, you know, because early in the year you haven't met your deductible, so it's like $750 per person.
yeah, it might be. You got to go to all these doctors here and you got to go to the dentist. You got to go to cardiologist. You got to go to all these doctors. You got to sign off on this thing.
What is that for the 13A?
No. I'm talking for a physical.
Oh, just a regular physical. Okay.
Colonoscopy, you got to go through. So they make their money. You know. It's all a money grab.
Well, they want to make sure that your heart's okay, because if they put you under anesthesia and you die, you know, they don't want you dying. So,
if it would cost me between 1,000 and 2,000, it'd be worth staying because the flight itself would cost me that.
Oh yeah.
And I'm telling you, and I'll say it again, you know, I've said it many times, I can't handle this shit too much longer. Sitting like that. I picked one where I could stretch my feet out the back of row 31. And there's something in front of each the wall. But I was going to pick the one like Jack suggested once by the exit door, by the wing. We got to know the freaking rules so you can get. But I'm honest to God, I ain't shitting that. It's almost unbearable for me to fucking sit there. This is the closest I've ever felt like fucking crying because it bugged the shit out of me so much. I was sitting next to that young guy. I was up for 30 some hours. I fell asleep for 2 hours. Every time the plane bumped on, he'd go, "See, you okay?" I wouldn't say nothing. Oh man, then you're a real chatty Cathy once you get off the fucking plane. Because me and this guy were talking about his girlfriend and Filipinas, there was one sitting behind him, but could hear and see me. She was looking kind of pissed, I was letting out all her secrets. She probably thinks she relies on people not being well informed on the relationship thing. But this young guy knew what I was talking about. Let's see what's new and exciting here. Anyway. The boy started sleeping with me. Right there, man. If I stop drinking my soda and shit, I'd probably get a little better. Scotch the rocks. Like a half of a thermos full of ice. That's something like cooling down I would need. I hate, you know what? Sometimes I hate mentioning something when I want to go to the store. All of a sudden, everybody's got to correct. No, man. When I get what I liked about it when I was by myself, if I'm laying there, I go, "Hey, man, I'm going to get up and go to Home Depot." I'm not going to tell nobody why. It's get up and go. It's different here. It makes it a whole day. By the time this person gets ready, that person gets ready. Half your day is gone. And then by that, I don't feel like doing it.
What do you mean? You taking the extended family or just yours?
My mother-in-law, my sister-in-law lives up the street. My wife and son. I just, if I'm gonna go get a bag of screws, I just like to go, I'll be back in now. They think of maybe you'll buy this, maybe you'll buy that.
Maybe he'll buy us lunch while we're out.
When I first started doing this project, you got to have city water. Okay. Now that it's pretty much toward the end of it, you should dig a well. You should dig a well. Yeah, except to wash your car with, because well water looked like you washed it in dirt. You'd have been here already if you was coming. When Neil Diamond songs, gosh, was that Love on the Rocks?
Yeah. One of his best ones, I think.
Is that guy still living?
I think so.
That was 90s.
I'd have to Google it.
God, man.
I saw a picture of just recently Johnny Mathis. Man, he's looking. You know, when these people get old and then they try to put on the same face they had
Uh,
60 years ago, you know, like Kenny Rogers did and Wayne
well,
Newton, you know.
Kenny Rogers looked okay, right?
Yeah, but there
Mickey
was
Rourke,
nothing wrong with them before the operation, you know.
oh man, people are mean. You know? Johnny Mathis,
So
how
you're
would it
getting a
bother?
few wrinkles, you know. You're just getting
What the-
older.
These folks, man, they're old. What do you think's gonna happen?
But like Wayne Newton, man, his
Oh, man.
looks like he has a mask on.
Yeah, exactly. That bitch that had them big lips and Joan Jett did it too, man. She sounds like she's sure you got her
Really?
lips a certain.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen a recent picture of her.
She's rough, man. She looked better before that. Not that that did it. They put her in a hall. They put her in a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and she was pretty much um, uh, singing other people's songs.
I mean, she was thin back in the day, you know, kind of, you know, boyish looking.
She was good, but well, she never did it. She's I don't know about that shit. You know, I see all these other bands out there. They're not in there. And to me, Guns N' Roses, they have what 3 songs? I mean, to me, they suck. I didn't think they should be there. And Paul Stanley from Kiss said when he got up there, he goes, you know what? This should be based on the fans. Well, not how many albums you had, all this other shit.
Right.
So they waited until they got it. They had to wait longer than a lot of other people should have been there. You know, so when we came up, man, we had singer-songwriter music, top 40, R&B. They're on one channel, you know, AM radio. You had everything on your station except country, except now everything's segregated. You know? You don't know. I mean, before it was like good time. Everything. 99. What's your mom's birthday?
I told you, 2 days after yours.
He's up in mine.
Yeah, yours is the 3rd, right?
Yeah. Made that mistake.
It worked out when my wife arrived here. She arrived, and then a week later, we got married on my mom's birthday.
Oh, wow. Your mom or her mom?
My mother, 2 days after yours.
Made the mistake, Craig said, no mistake the first time at in-laws. Been married before, right? But I said she feels like an ice cream. Okay, I said then 25 ice cream later. Yeah. Oh, you mean here? Yeah. Well, I tried out Yellow Cab pizza today. I don't know if you ever had it here. And all these other pizzas, these guys, they got those crusty little pepperonis. I like them when they're a little bit overdone. They got a lot of freaking garlic. It's almost a shame because you go from one extreme to the other. When you take the Greenwich, they don't put anything in their shit. Like maybe it's a watered down paste, you know. This one doesn't have. Yellow Cab didn't have any tomato paste, tomato sauce. But they season that fucking garlic enough. I'll tell you that. That was like you ate 2 pizzas of that, and you felt like you were jumping. Well, I got 2 pizzas because I never ordered from them. And my one sister-in-law, she ordered a kid. And mine, I said, we're gonna buy this for us here. And her other brother taking the mother's place with the workers and making the food and stuff. I said, I ain't giving this kid shit. If I like this, I ain't giving nobody nothing. Because I've been waiting for pizzeria stuff. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think if it did,
That's the
I
way
might
it
have
works,
to.
Tony. If you've got something, then if you don't share it, then you're bad. But ain't nobody shares anything with you, right?
People here, people here,
Right.
if you go out to get ice cream, you get it for your own. You don't have to get it for everyone.
Well, I don't know. That's the expectation is
I
everybody's going along, so you're buying. Just like Craig said.
Well, yeah, if you go out, but I'm talking about here. Because it isn't, you can't keep doing it kind of thing. You run out of money. Got some vegetables in the back growing pretty good. With the eggplant, some other deal like the onion, where it has a big, long, tall tail to it. Pineapple. Yeah. You know what? My wife sprung that on me the first time. 2013, I came up. We went up to Nine. It was supposed to be because her father passed when she was 9 years old. So back then, if you couldn't afford to get that plot, they dug you up and put your bones in a big stone thing. So we get on the bus. We get on the Jeep. They go down to Central from wherever they do. We all meet downtown. So you're at this Hagamungi. They said it was a resort. It was anything but a resort. But they had a great pool. There's nobody there but us. So we get on the Jeep, and the way they phrase stuff, it takes you back. It kind of takes you back, She says, "Oh, you will pay for everyone on this ride." I said, "You know what? I don't mind doing that kind of thing, but you gotta let me know. Don't spring it on me. You don't even know how much I got unless you've gone through my shit." Oh, lemongrass, yeah. I think that's what that is. Am I on the right page here? Yeah, I am. How come I can't get the thing here? I click on it to show it.
Don't press any buttons. You can't even get your camera to work.
Well, it's a comment when I got on. And when, okay, here we go. Now it's on. What the hell happened? It wouldn't show the plus sign or minus sign to me. Yeah. We got a big backyard. I don't know if you guys saw it in one of those videos, but it's huge, man. Got to farm out some of the rocks in there. I could get a lawnmower, but they'd have to ship it, through Ace. But just like Florida, if you take a lawnmower from up north and move down there, they call it quack grass. Those blades are thick on there. You couldn't go a whole season without sharpening it.
You probably have stones everywhere, though, right? You'd be pinging stuff off your truck and.
Yeah, well, I parked on this one street up the block, a couple of blocks up from the station, and I had to relieve on this one bus route. And I'm there, I park early, I'm on the side they don't check, residential lane, a little bit of commercial. This guy's doing the weed eater. I could hear spanking the fucking car, man. I'm like, damn. So next time I come up, he goes, hey, you know what, man? You might want to think about parking over there, because it was a place that they didn't have enough live grass to warrant a lawnmower go over. You talk about throwing stones, shit. So yeah, I found a different spot. Yeah, oof. I don't like the congregation. Teaching here is like teaching anybody anything here. It's like the person's deaf. You get the same response. Oh my God. This is what keeps my sanity. Serenity now. That's what Arthur said. The Seinfeld. You ever see that? I thought I had seen every Seinfeld show there was until I was at work. I was at home and I'm watching it. And, oh yeah, that looks. I don't think I've ever seen this one. So in one of the guys' show, he goes, "Yeah, one of my shows, I swore a lot." He goes, said all these words. He said, you said this and that. He said, I should have never said that stuff. I'm sorry, I was wrong. So while he's on the phone or talking to the kid's mom, he sees the kid pulling the tape from the recorder, from the phone recorder. He goes, "What the fuck you doing?" And the kid goes, "Hey, Ma, ain't that funny, fucker?" Yeah, of course they bleep it out, but man, how do you get through that piece,
How many years did that run, Seinfeld?
Fuck, that was in the 90s, man. I think they did the standard 8 or 9. Very, very seldom do they usually call quits on all of them, except there have been ones that gone.
I like the Kramer dude.
Oh yeah, he's on. He's taking making the salad while he's in the shower. Or he's got with the Merv Griffin set. He buys and puts the. So he fucks with the cable company. Oh yeah, I think I'll be home around anywhere between 8 and 4. That was a clap. Don't seem like it was that long ago, huh? But the 90s, you had that, and it was like I watched King of Queens. I think what's the name just started out with. It's that one with the scientist guys in it.
But you know how we can think of stuff like that and laugh. Now, I remember when we were kids. I mean, I know my folks, they could just say the word Jack Benny or Milton Berle, and they just start laughing because they remember stuff, jokes that they had done. And we wonder why are our parents laughing? They didn't even, all they did was mention the guy's name.
There was a lot of innuendos in that all the way back to Marx Brothers, man. You watching shit that's 100 years old, and you still laugh at it. Those guys had a way of doing it. Made you okay. This is adults are only gonna catch this. Those guys were
like the Three Stooges, Laurel and Hardy, Abbott and Costello.
Yeah. Well, Bob Hope too. I mean, Bob Hope was never. It was just you loved everything about him, man.
Yeah.
He had his jokes written for him, and Johnny Carson, he got a free pass. He could come on the Tonight Show as much as he wanted. And Johnny Carson didn't like that because in the beginning, some of these interviews, Johnny would ask him something, he'd give a straight answer, and then he's done. Just sitting there, not embellishing or nothing. But Bob Hope and Rhoda Morocco and Bing Crosby, I watched. It's just
Don Rickles. He was funny.
My dad hated that fucking, but my dad was just like him.
Yeah, he hated Rickles, huh?
Yeah, my dad was an asshole. My dad. I'll tell you the Rickles story first. They were on Tonight Show. Him and Sinatra was on. We used to hang out. So he's out eating dinner one night, and he's trying to romance his wife. He got married late in life, like 38, 37, 38. And he goes over by Frank, because Frank, he cracked Frank up all the time. So he says, "Yeah, Frank, I'm trying to press this lady here." Frank's telling a story. "I'm trying to press this lady here. Could you come over and say hello? I told her I knew you, but she didn't believe me." So he says, "Yeah, sure. Let me finish my cappuccino and I'll be over." He does it. He gets up and comes over there, and he says hello. And Rick goes, "What's the matter with you, Frank? You can't see I'm eating?"
Yeah, I saw that one. That was the Tonight Show was some of the best stuff when they had those guys together, Johnny Carson and him. And
Dude, I don't know if this had anything to do with it from Gotti that I busted, but
I remember Rodney Dangerfield was good. One of the things he said, "Yeah, my wife likes to talk to me during sex," and he said she called me from the back of the taxi the other day.
Yeah, that goes. Huh? Frank and Nichols were out for dinner. This was a story about it. That dude that played the brother-in-law in Godfather, Giovanni something. Dude, he made it. He hung out with Ian Warwick. He dated. He was playing for Marilyn Monroe for like 3 days. So he's telling his story, and I don't know, what's his name? Gotti invited him out, for dinner or something or other. "Oh, I ain't feeling that good, and this and that." So all of a sudden they're in the restaurant, and he had his bodyguard there, and Rick, the bodyguard, he said you could see his look on Gotti's face just turned like fucking, he was steaming. And this dude went over there and busted a bottle of over somebody's head, like wine or some shit. And he said Don Rickles shit his pants. He was so scared. He said, "Man, the stench was," and I'm thinking to myself, this guy's got a lot of balls going to Frank Sinatra like that. This dude's connected himself. Because everybody loved Frank Sinatra. But the good times, man. We had those shows when we were kids, man. We had a lot of stuff.
Yeah, now you get 200 channels on your TV, and there's nothing good to watch.
Yeah, exactly. I thought when I was in Ohio, they had cable. Cable was new. We got Showtime. What the fuck is that? All the show movies. We had to wait like 6 years after.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, "Ooh, man, there's gonna be all kinds of shit." But HBO had Cinemax and all that. What they played movies that were like from the time you could remember, and the ones on Cinemax go over to the HBO, playing the death of it. And I got just as old as I liked it better when we had 4, 6, and 12 in Milwaukee, and we had two UHF stations, 18
I
and 12.
Still to this day have not watched a streaming movie.
Who? Oh,
either whatever Netflix, Hulu, whatever.
I accidentally streamed a Badger game on the computer once when it wasn't on TV, and it was a free stream. And this guy sends a message. He says, "Anybody that's been told to come here that's paid somebody to watch this game just got took because it's free." You know, I was watching these clubs, and they had Martin and Luther. They had these clubs or these where people would and the reporters there. You got these ecologist people, Greenpeace or whatever. They're blocking the road in front of, and they thought it was a crude. They're protesting crude oil. That's what they were doing. So the crude oil, and the guy comes over to report. He goes, hey, he said, what you doing? What are protesting the crude oil thing? He goes, yeah, it's cooking oil. It's different. They were laughing. The reporter was like, oh my God. Who we got? The big Johnster?
JB.
The what? What do you got there? The sheep? Ship's Taylor? Ship's Taylor. Oh, that's freaking. What's his?
Yeah, Edith.
That's Ronnie. Renegade Ronnie.
Edith. Hey,
he's gonna be.
Even your camera looks better than Tony's.
Yeah, man. Yes, fucking leave something to imagination.
Running away with me.
The audio is awesome too.
Yeah. He's using sign language.
And I'm not the only one with camera trouble. And,
Ronald,
and
you didn't stroke out on us, did you?
No, I was just, the microphone was turned off.
And your camera's turned down.
Sitting there
well, you know where I'm at. I'm sitting over here on the side of the bed. What's up, Tony?
Hey.
What's up, Kiko?
Hey,
under the bed.
that's right. It's only 6:17 in the morning there.
That's right.
But
A little early.
I thought you gave your bed.
Huh?
But you gave your bed away. Didn't you give your bed away?
No, I'm about to go get a new one.
For 30 days?
Yeah, this
Yes,
motherfucker got another hole in it, man.
An air mattress, right?
Yeah, this number 4 and shit.
Just get a tire patch kit.
And bouncing on there.
I don't know. I got razors in my underwear or some shit.
You know, you went to one of them vulcanizing shops in the Philippines. They'd fix you for 100 pesos.
Did I send you? Did I send anybody here a video of this dog? Somebody posted on the news feed on Facebook. There's this dog. He's this dog up on, holding onto a chair. Fucker was jacking off with his fucking paw. And he was like humping. He fell down. He came back and got it again, man.
No, I didn't send it. You sent it?
It's on there. It's on. I might have saved it. Oh man, it was hilarious. Freaking lady filming it was rolling.
I saw that one Saint Bernard laying on his back that you sent.
Well, yeah. Hello, I'm Lionel Richie too. Oh my God. That dog, I never seen a dog do that, but dogs know. Oh yeah.
Let me
Bobby.
see.
I got Bobby left. That's all I got. Man, Billy died. Sister died. And one of the workers had this little puppy that was like, freaking 6 weeks old. Cool little dog. He ate something, man. I think
What's
my
up,
dog.
Greg? Grace Jones. I gotta holler at the fellas first, Tony. Gotta jump in where I can.
I gotta join. I gotta drain the monster.
Word up.
You're the you gotta get over here so we can do the show.
No shit. Well, you be leaving soon, right?
The next show. Neat now,
No,
September.
September.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
But
we'll
you
be.
know, it's quite a good rules for the show. You know, if you don't like the question, you pass. You say next. But the questions you take are going to be from the comment section, not from live on here. So you'll be able to reject and get whatever.
Right.
You need
I just.
someone to help you to get your camera working.
Yeah, you either say next or you say oh.
Yeah. Bunch of moolies.
That was Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah. Right.
Some cannoli, right? Some cannoli, and he my brother.
He's still living, right?
Who?
Yeah.
Andrew. Yeah.
Yeah.
He a trumper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how old he is now. He's probably 70, right? He's a little bit older than us.
Yeah.
You
He
think?
about. Yeah. He about 72, 73. Let me pull a RC.
Yeah.
I saw him. He looking bad. He must have got some
Speaking
bad.
of RC, is he back in Florida, right?
Yeah. He back in there now.
Back at his trailer or whatever he's got. Right?
Yeah, he got the trailer, but he got a piece of land he gonna move to.
People, he said he's a little older than us. Who is?
Andrew Dice.
Dice Clay.
Oh yeah, wow.
Not
Matter of fact, one of the drivers we had, true story. He was married, chick died, had daughter. Dude worked. I mean, he made $100,000 a year. Something that only worked. And he said he was at a dice show, and Dice didn't drink smoke anymore. He gave him a lighter anyway.
He only a few months older than me, Tony.
Really?
Yeah, that's wrong.
He'll be 60.
It was kind of a waste of time to put him on.
Yeah, he'll be 67 in September.
Wow.
They bleep him every 2 seconds.
Let's see, September.
I know my ex didn't like him.
Yeah, he was cool back then, but now he a trumper. I don't like him no more. He only 8 months older than me.
I thought it was funny back in the day.
I thought he was 70 years old.
Yeah.
So, but when he was on TV, yeah, we was the same age technically.
Yeah,
He's
but they
66.
couldn't put his stuff on TV, the stuff he really did.
No. I seen some of that stand up.
Like his
But
nightclub acts.
yeah, they're just vulgar. I mean, he was, it wasn't. I don't know who wrote his jokes, but they didn't seem well developed. I mean, I'm a comedian by nature. I know a joke when I can see one coming, but he just talking off the side of his neck.
Hmm.
But he, alright, shit.
But he made a living out of it.
Yeah, he did. But I don't know what happened to him after that.
Who?
Well, after that little thing he did, he just went back to Brooklyn.
He just took his money and left the easy lives.
Mm-hmm.
Like we are.
I'm saying, what he doing now? Let's see. According to the wiki, well, he ain't done. Let's see. In August, he got the Bell Paisley.
Bell's palsy.
Yeah.
Who?
It's an affliction.
Mhm.
Probably like.
Oh, cerebral palsy.
Bell's palsy. It's a different.
Dude,
kind of
listen. I had this guy get on my bus once. He had to use that one crutch, around the wrist or the arm. I forget
Mm.
what Well, I think he had something like that. And dude got mad with me because I lowered it. He said,
Well,
don't, I can do whatever. Then I had some other fat fucker that came on and tripped because he'd pick his leg up. He looked at me like it was my fault.
well,
I
it's
mean,
the condition where you can't control your face. Your face gets, like you had a stroke and it goes to
uh,
one side.
he had, what, stroke? I had this big waker running on a decline. The street was heading downhill, cross street. I was downtown. This before we had the guards, the plexiglass. This chick, she must have weighed about 260 something, 270. She got all that momentum going, right? So I moved her bus up and she come right down the sidewalk and she's like trying to stop. See her arm. That little bitch ran right into me. One guy says, one lady shows me a card. It's got a guy's name on it, and she writes FE in front of male.
Bam.
I can't use that? No, what are you fucking then? You can't alter that card. If that's a mistake, go get another one.
What in the hell? Mm-mm.
You know what I really love about being here? I don't hear that political news 24 hours a fucking day.
Oh man, tell me about it.
I mean, oh my God, I thought the first 4 years, when we was about 6 months into that one, I'm sitting there, all the other people thought, all the white people loved Trump, and I thought to myself, oh, fuck, 3.5 years. Everybody get on the bus, go, man, you white people going crazy since Trump won. I said, I never heard a bad word about Obama, period, in 8 years. Nobody, nothing. And all of a sudden, this guy wins. He's doing shit, and because I'm white, I'm for him.
No, there's a whole lot of people that's white that ain't for him. I mean, just
Here's
for
one.
the plain fact that
Oh,
you ain't the right dude. I mean, that's like, well, hell, we got plenty of Catholic priests doing their dirt, but as the president of the United States, the most powerful motherfucker in the world, you can't be having Russian spies and shit up in the Oval Office. That kind of stupid shit.
they're all fucking under it. All of them. I swear to God, all of them, man. They're one of these people where you hear that joke where you shouldn't throw stones in a glass house. They're all rotten.
Right, but ain't there one of these but not one president ever since him. He called all them boys over there in them graves suckers and losers, and you the commander in chief of these people? No,
But
you don't fucking say that ever.
the fucking guy we got now can't remember to fucking wipe his ass. Plus his second in command, it calls North Korea our allies. This fucking bitch don't know. I mean, she's as clueless as somebody never watches TV.
Hey,
Right,
Ronald,
but the
Ronald,
fundamental what Kiko?
do an RC. Check out, look up who won the Miss Alabama pageant just recently.
Miss Philippines won the universe again.
No, check out the picture. Okay.
Miss Alabama?
Yeah. It look for I think there was a news article CBS 42, like the channel CBS 42.
Christian's taking you're watching the guests here, man.
Just Google Miss Alabama and then CBS 42. See if
It's
they
a
have
dude.
a story.
Yeah, what's 42? The size of her underwear?
Probably the channel or something. I don't know. Did
Waist size.
Miss
Google
Alabama is plus size.
Yeah, really.
She a big girl.
Do you have a picture?
Yeah, I got a picture of her.
Is it a red dress?
Uh-huh. Big red dress.
Can you put that picture up on Tony's channel?
No.
Why? You like fat girls or something?
No, it's just odd that she became Miss Alabama. Usually them
I felt sorry for her.
Usually those skinny rails usually
Hey,
get you.
hey, you know this guy? You ever hear of Ruben? He does the Ruben Report. You know, when he's uh, playing dudes. It's got a good show. But he says he's talking about every time they say something, they'll go, "Oh, that's the first openly gay person." He goes, "Oh, come on with this shit." He said, "Next we're gonna have the first woman with a Secretary of State with lazy eye." No, no, shit. And he's going. It's just normal now, but other people like to keep it, like 40 years ago. All I got to say is I'm in a good place here. I'm in a good place.
She looked Filipino.
That could have been anything, man. Spanish. My wife, when we were in Puerto Rico, we just kept talking to her, and one guy wanted to pass the napkins. She didn't know what the fuck he was saying. And then I come in at the place we stayed at, and this guy comes over. Spanish chick, this old dude. He comes over, starts talking in Spanish. I said, "Excuse me, man. She don't know what you're fucking saying." You know. So then, after we get over that tough spot there, I said, "You know what their word for cake is? Because it's slang term puto is like a male bitch." I said, "That's what they call it, their cake." Cake. You know, and he's laughing. He's going. I said, "Yeah, there's Spaniards all over the place, man. Central, South America, part of Asia. Only Filipinos are required to say they're island Pacific Islanders. They're not allowed to take credit for maybe being Mexican or Spaniard or something like that." But anyway, that's enough. That's enough. But I'm in a good spot here. But I'm thinking of hiring a bus to drop off a bunch of those big, the what do you call it, folks that ran over the border that are living better than some of the folks we got already in the street here. That's what's so fucking wrong about it, man. You don't even treat your your own kind here like that, but you're gonna give somebody. You don't think people in America, anywhere in America, need that kind of break? Yeah, they sure do. You don't hear nothing about the Ukrainian war anymore, do you?
Well, I do. You don't.
Well, the only one I watch is the chick was on some Indian chick. There was this, she moved to another station, but they talk about those issues. That's the only way I'll know about it, you know. But I'm gonna go on record here. I'll vote for whoever don't touch my Social Security. That's the person I'm voting. I gotta do what I gotta do now that I ain't working no more.
We gotta find something to do.
Yeah, no, I'm just tired of that life, man. You know, just fucking every freaking minute of somebody's day they're wasting all their energy hating something. These motherfuckers, they're all the same. They ain't no different. They just got all this shit's out there now. They lie right on fucking TV and you know, this press conferences they have. And when I hear the congressional hearings when they nominate a judge or something,
Hey,
these fuckers.
remember Sticks? It's just like their title. It's a grand illusion.
Yeah. Dude, they have a congressional hearing for a Supreme Court judge or whatever. And fuckers ain't got the shit that. Well, I didn't bring that. I didn't take that with me. And nobody can answer a simple question. If I say to you, "Is the sky blue?" Well, you know, I've been working on it a long time, and we feel that when you put yellow and orange together, that it makes blue. You know, come on, a straight answer for a straight question. If
Yeah,
I'm
they
insurance,
cannot give a yes or no answer.
then but the senator Kennedy there from Louisiana and the guy in Texas there, they got this shit together, man. They don't go no lawyer goes into a court case without knowing all the shit. They only ask a question that the answer to. They never ask a question that they don't have it for. They got, and these guys got all these pages, all this shit working with them, and it's insanity, man. None of us would get a job if you ever interviewed us like that. When's the last time you smoked weed? Well, if you're counting before 18, I might have been the one. I'm approved of. I go out to lunch, get the fucking shit faced. But it's a. But anyway, love being here. Love being here. I just sometimes I can hardly hold back my amazement at some of the things or questions. And I'm getting better at just blowing them off and ignoring them. Some of this stuff is, man. Yeah.
Some people get there, and I guess maybe through boredom or whatever, their only goal in life is to put dirt on other people. Like
what's allowed. They invite that shit. That's all they invite. So all these educated people and all these tools that we have in this world, and all we do is go to college to talk shit with big words instead of saying motherfucker. You know who I saw? What's her name? What was that blonde that got fired? That chick that got in trouble over there at Fox. The blonde. The blonde.
They're all that way.
Yeah, nice natural one. This one. Short hair, Megan.
Oh yeah, Kelly. Yeah.
Okay, Megyn Kelly. She had this podcast, and I'm listening. And you'd have never thought after watching her on those other shows, she goes, "That motherfucker." She goes, "Fuck you." I'm like, oh man. But the stuff is accepted, dude. We got all this education, all these smart folks, and we keep treading fucking water, spinning our wheels in the mud, making very little or no progress on social issues. And then all of a sudden, all this other stuff builds. There's more and there's more and there's more. Everything branches out when you got a bad thing happen. Nobody's ever satisfied. Oh man, yeah, Megan.
What's being done to improve civilization?
Yeah,
Nothing.
Right.
You know what? I was thinking about today. Ronald Reagan came up. He was a poor boy. So this cocksucker, he forgot what it was like to be a poor boy, because he's the one that started taxing Social Security. That he a fair share. This guy totally forgot. Because he spent the money somewhere else. He's gonna make up. I forgot what the ridiculous ordinance was. They got a new one in the governor wants to come up in California with this. I forget this goofy ass ordinance. I forget. It's so stupid.
Tony, it's a joke because all the big money is in hidden accounts, in
Everybody
hidden
knows.
places, hidden islands. Okay, places where they don't tax. All right, so it's all a charade.
Well, you see the charade. The latest charade is when they had the digital currency. They had no fucking value. Wasn't backed by nothing. But they buy a ton of it. So all these bigwigs hid their money before it came out, and they had to start regulating it, whatever the term was. And now, but these guys in the intern, have made a whole lot of fucking money just sitting there. They don't got to pay any taxes. Ah, man. So all that really means for us, I think, is like using a debit card instead of having paper money in our hands. And believe me, I know there's other foreign guests here, but I saw an old guy talking before a committee or whatever it was, I forget what, here over there in America. And the guy said, you don't think that the U.S. is going to voluntarily give up one of the top currencies in the world, or that make world go round? You know? So these guys are going. There's 3 senators. I forget the one guy. So he says, you mean to tell me that you take tax dollars and you ship jobs to China? You pay those guys to take the job. What's the downside? I don't know. None. I just keep everybody. I just, when I was a kid, you know, you were wrong, you were wrong. You know, and you got whacked for being, you know, constantly wrong.
Well, it was still the same way back. It's been that way for forever. There's rules and then there's rules.
Listen, yeah,
Right,
well,
Craig?
when I worked at a bus company, I came up, I didn't have a lot, you know. If I didn't have the money, I didn't dare ask for a free ride because I didn't have the money. But everything's gotten it was so hard for me to let this shit go. And I think the only time I had a decent work was the last 5 years I was there. I went to nights, you know. And after you do that, if you catch a run that goes out at 3 o'clock, you got to work hard for about 3.5 hours and cruise. Let's see what you got there, you know. Yeah. Well, you know what? You know what's easy about them dudes is they got a pretty good balance with their currency over there. They only circulate Northern Ireland, UK, Scotland. It's to me, knowing what little I do of that kind of thing, it's kind of hard to balance that, but it's really tight. And if they had the market, they'd be number 1 in the world, but they're not, you know. So I think that's, and a couple of porn guys said, well, why does this one even have to be the way it is? Because let it be there. Yeah. It's right, British, because they would let you have own money. Break away from the banking system. Yeah, he's loved these fucking people. We are high school graduates at most here, most of us anyway. And the shit they do, we even know. Well, only we don't have a doctorate, a bachelor's, a fucking master's on this shit. Oh my God. You know what you're doing,
Tony? It's not the geniuses that are in power. Okay.
But they teach themselves, and everybody else is. When you're upper crust, you learn how to lie. Instead of saying shit, you come up with a different one. You know, they use the top tier lingo and words to break it down. That's why a couple weeks ago when Ronald was on, I said, break this down for me. This example of what I'm trying to say. And I would say, well, we're not going to do that because the president doesn't want to do that, you know, because this, that, and the other thing, you know. And he broke it down in layman terms, you know. When the street talk, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. You know, it's just, it is. I don't think that these people realize that they believe their own bullshit so much. You know, and we sit there and we know more about it. We've known that for years.
No, they don't believe in anything.
Yeah.
Especially us.
Yeah. Well, you know what was that guy? Bernie, what was his last name from Vermont there?
Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, he's always giving these speeches. Well, you know, the rich people, this fucker's filthy rich himself.
Yeah, he's got like properties.
That's fucking like 4 million or 6
That's
million.
what I say. It's Tony. It's all a charade. They talk one way, and it's all about whether I got mine. That's all they're concerned about, right?
This dude was trying. Well, not that we're in a capitalistic society, but he was trying to push socialism. You know, that's okay because
Right.
he's an old fucker. He's an old fucker with money. So nobody ever says nothing about that. Oh,
There's a cycle. I remember being in some class, and it was like in an NCO leadership school in the military, and the guy, it was about politics or just the way things civics, and he drew a circle, and he started at one point, say the 12 o'clock point, and put socialism, right, and then it goes to like that progresses to communism, and then people get tired of communism, and that leads to a democracy, right? Like the Soviet Union when they fell, right? Supposedly they became a democracy right after that. But then once you have a democracy, then it reverts all the way back to socialism. So it's one big cycle of the progress of
I've always
the
said
human
this.
events.
If there was a solid way, we had already been doing it. The problem when I was on this debate team, we had a teacher who was a socialist. His last name was Cooney. Everybody called him Tommy Cooney. So I was on this debate team. Matter of fact, one of the guys on Facebook, he's done quite well over the years. I always thought he'd be that kind of a successful guy, but we're talking there, and they got two sides, and you got one resolution supposed to solve something. I said, you always have three. If it were two parties, it'd be different. But there's always that third one that's kind of that's the orange that upsets the apple cart. And it's
But
I don't need that.
And also, a wise person once said, there is no such thing in existence as true communism. Except maybe if you go to some remote island of these indigenous people who've never been touched by the outside world, then yeah, that's true communism because they all have to work together, right, to survive. But there's no communists. They've got leaders who are driving around in big cars, live in fancy places, right? Yeah, so that's not communism. They're not all the same. That's totalitarianism.
They got to be equal, not me. They have to spread their money amongst themselves, but not me.
Yeah, it's like China, North Korea, the ones we claim are communist. Well, their leaders live large, right? And their people at the lower end are scraping for food.
Can you
but
believe
how's that different from our Western society, right?
Can you believe about Cuba?
Our leaders are living large, but you're worried about whoever is going to give you your crumbs of social security to survive, right?
Yeah.
To them, it's crumbs.
We need it. We need the money. We need to do it because we've been fucking it up. You know what? Being a politician is a great career because it's the only job that you can totally fuck something up and still get paid and still have your job.
Yeah, like a weatherman.
Most of the time. Isn't that something? You take anybody that shits in a politician of anybody, any kind, any party, any walk of life, and they fuck something up. They still got their job Monday morning. You wouldn't if you did that on the job. You wouldn't. I can relate. I identify as a lazy fucker on Mondays. Leave me alone. People just.
The only communist system I know on this planet that works is the fucking ants. They live in the common ants.
Not the uncles, the ants.
Yeah, the ants. The black ones or the red ones?
All of them. They work for one reason, the queen, and they get the job done. They
know?
all
Then
work
that's
for
not
each
true
other.
communism because the queen's living
I'm-
large
I kill more
on
Czechs
everybody
over here.
else's labor.
No, that's not what the meaning of commune is. Like, community. Everybody chips in.
Yeah.
Communism, as we know it, ain't the in China. That nobody chips in.
See the
You
you
get
see the
chipped out.
greed that people might start out with a heart of gold when it comes to this shit, but when they're freshmen, congressmen, senators, and they want to pass a bill, you tell them shut the fuck up. They're gonna pay their due.
Yeah,
I only,
you gotta go with the flow, right?
yeah, you only give them the title because that's the
That's
job
right.
title. That's all they
Right.
are is the title. They don't act the way they supposed to act. None of
And
them.
how they end up living large on a salary
True.
that's like 170K living in that area, right?
And bitching and crying. I can't afford
That's
2
like working at
mortgages.
McDonald's and
These
living in
guys-
Iowa,
These guys that just nailed a guilty verdict on what's his name. A lot of people were after it was over going, what was he fucking guilty of?
Who?
All these guys, Trump, all these guys,
He was guilty of a lot of shit.
all these guys, all these folks, every single politician, you could put any one of them in fucking jail or based
In a
on
minute.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they all are. So it's selective
well,
justice. That's what it is.
we're gonna do it, but look at that chick in Georgia that fucking indicted him. They fucked the powers that be, the fifth state there, fucked her over big time.
Well, it wasn't her, Tony. It was the goddamn grand jury. She didn't indict him. She just over the case.
No, dude,
You know what I'm saying?
she wanted the salary of somebody that's been doing it or at a higher seat than the one that she came in on, what everybody else got.
No.
Mhm.
She just got the job. If you're the district attorney in a state and a grand jury in your state of regular fucking people see the evidence and then they bring an indictment and then you happen to be the DA, that's your job to fucking prosecute it. That's all.
Yeah,
That's
but
how she got it.
someone's got to seat those people, Ronald. Someone's got to choose those people.
A
Yeah,
grand
it-
jury?
And yeah,
ama-
that's
it
where the
amazes-
selective process happens.
It amazes me.
Right, but it ain't the DA that brought these people together. The DA can't draw up a grand jury panel. That's not the DA's job. No.
Well, you're assuming that everybody does the job that they're supposed to.
Well, I don't
That's
know what's
another
going on
false.
behind. I
Right.
can't assume she didn't do it, and I can't assume she did do
Right.
it. But the fact is, she's just the
Don't
DA.
that-
Just
don't
like
that-
every other
don't
DA.
Don't that fuck you up when you got this right and wrong thing drilled in your head, and so you're doing what's right, and then you're told that they don't do it that way.
Right.
It's different.
Well, see, that's
And
what
then
you're
you
going
go-
by, Tony. What you and I were taught, right, it is not what's practiced. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I could never let go of that.
Yeah, you can't
it
wrap
always-
your head around that. And it's
No,
hard.
man.
That's just like any youngster coming of age. They when they see the real world, they're
No.
like, wait, that's not fair.
No.
Well,
I still did shitty things, stupid things. That didn't stop me. but
Yeah,
But,
but you gotta understand, Tony, from the beginning of time, when shit got civilized and people was doing shit, these average motherfucking humans didn't know jack shit about fire, how to make metal, none of this shit. Somebody else higher than them taught them this shit. And once they was taught this shit, the people that taught them was in control of them. And that's the same shit from then till now. If you had power to begin with, you're gonna keep power. That's why they do what they do.
that's what it's all about, being in control.
Yep, that's all it is. I mean, shit. Why we still got kings?
that's why I say if they got
Right, Ronald. It's all a chessboard, right?
if
Yeah.
Stevie Joe strokes out and they put camel toe in there, as long as you don't touch my Social Security, I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
good.
but see, that's just that's crumbs off of a fucking baguette.
There you
Yeah,
go.
man.
I get to keep my crumbs.
That's crumbs off of baguette. These motherfuckers got the lion's share of the goddamn baguette. We just get the
You
crumbs.
ain't ever gonna get a piece of that banquet, Ronald. You and me.
Fuck no. You take the baguette out the bag. That's what we get.
They
What's that
got the
left in the bag?
smorgasbord, right?
You got damn right. We
You know when
lucky
I
to
heard
get. We lucky to
heard
get
that,
what we get for
I heard that
sure.
chick that who was that chick Pelosi?
And
had
you ought to
20
be
pounds
happy with it, right? That's what they tell you.
That's what they tell you.
Pelosi had 20 pounds of makeup on there. You know, in this ABC news, Stephanie, or whatever. She's been there a long time. She says, "Yeah, both you Republicans and Democrats, said the same thing. No, said different things. No, that was them, not us. No, it was both of you. No, it was them. Like a fucking like a 90-year-old child.
Right.
So you're gonna tit for tat with a fucking one guy on the other side of the fucking aisle. You're affecting a lot of people's lives.
Christian, Christian, when you say Ronald is right, at what point? We were talking about a lot of different things.
He's right about everything. That's why I call him a bro.
That's right.
Fucking A.
And you can pick anybody that's in politics right now and trace it all the way back to, well, who the fuck was their great grandfather, and that's the reason why the fuck they there.
Yeah.
Because we ain't there.
Yeah. Well, Grover Cleveland ran what one or two terms and lost and came back.
Right, but he's still in the same line as George Washington.
Because people, you know what? Today, we're getting the difference today between today and 200 years ago. They call that revolutions and shit. You're not allowed to do that no more in the U.S. anyway. You can't fucking rise up against the machine.
Well, you can, but the motherfuckers are so complacent now that they got to throw some big crumbs at the rest of the motherfuckers so they can.
That's why I'm saying I'm not stressed over the shit no more. Let them young boys start pick up the torch, man, because I'm fucking tired. I'm wore out. And I'll keep my money coming. That's all I give a shit about.
Kiko, Christian was talking about when Tony said she brought the indictment. It wasn't the prosecutor that brought the indictment, the grand jury. That was the only job she does is prosecute it. She's another peon on the ladder. I mean, she got a little status because she went to a college, got a good law school in her belt, bullshit like that. But other than that, she ain't got no juice either. You know what I'm saying? Especially in Georgia.
Oh, yeah. Black Lanta.
Mm-hmm.
You can't fucking, that's a powerful. Everybody, it's like a melting pot of highly educated, well-versed, knowledgeable African Americans. And
it ain't even that. It's a fucking bunch of motherfuckers that's been compromised. When you go to them fraternities and shit and you do stupid shit and they got you for that shit and they got you.
Yeah.
You done sold your soul, no matter how they say, well, we fraternity brothers.
How come Epstein's never got out, huh?
Because it ain't never gonna.
Right.
It ain't never gonna.
But you know what? Tomorrow.
There's a reason for that, right, Ronald?
You got damn right. Because all the hierarchies is up in that shit. Some family member, and that shit get traced back to them. And then you want a real revolution? Let that shit get out.
Mm-hmm.
The Beatles song.
You thought Marie Antoinette got her ass handed to her.
Yeah, so
or you stop the money that they're the first of the month for everybody.
Yeah, I didn't realize
anything. You stop those. See how long society till it.
I didn't realize this, but before that bullshit happened on January or whatever, you could actually watch a session, of Congress or a Senate. You could walk in off the street, open the door, and go to the thing and look and watch it. Now you can't do that no more.
Right. And they still trying to blend in the fact that, white supremacy and KKK and immigrants, they trying to mix all that shit together to confuse the masses when they talking about make America great again. It was never great in the first place. It was the fucking ripping and robbing and harvesting and pillaging. I mean, shit. We took Mexico. We killed half of the Indians. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, it's different now. Different.
No, it ain't no different now.
Herring Garrick said, he said, what we do or what we do and what you do to the news in America are no different. It's the same thing. And the one sergeant suggested it's different.
No,
You would agree.
it's all the same shit. Why you think these people in Syria is fighting for their shit to keep that shit? They want to keep the power that they had when Syria was a big deal.
Look,
They want to do
I
the
got
same
a.
thing in Israel. They want to do the same thing in Iran. They want to do the same shit in Russia. The
I
people
got a
that was
question.
born into power, they was born into power. They gonna keep the power. That's what they
Yeah,
do.
everybody wants to be the big fish in the little pond.
How the
Yep.
fuck is Assad stay? What does Syria have that everybody wants so much? It's a fucking desert.
No,
What is
no,
what
no.
is what's his
Syria,
fucking name?
Syria was
What's
once the seat of the world, and all the
Assad?
secrets of the world is there, hidden in them caves, hidden under that buried shit. The same in
So
Alaska.
Assad,
I mean, the same in the Antarctic. All that buried secrets and shit is up in there and shit. They don't want
Assad,
nobody at it.
Assad's got like a 12 district of. I mean, it's like who keeps him in power? He's a fucking turd. What's their growth? What's their GDP? What do they even export? What do they make?
You have to go back
Tony,
to find out where they
Tony.
come from, Tony.
The person with the guns is in power. Okay.
Yep. And the bombs.
Right.
What? It's all fucking sand there. What is there to take from anybody? That's my question.
What,
What can
Tony?
you hurt? If I'm there, what can you hurt me with?
Tony,
Already live in a fucking desert.
that's the same thing they said in California during the gold rush. And ain't nothing but some hills. There's some gold in them hills.
Yeah.
Dar Hill.
Some
Dar
nice
Hill.
water, but
Dar Hill. And then Dar
nice
Hill.
coast.
There's oil in them fields.
Hey, Donna, Billy Bob would have said that.
Ask Jed Clampett.
You know,
Hey,
come a
Billy
bubbling
Bob.
crew.
Billy Bob. Billy Bob.
You call my
John,
brother
Billy-
Billy Bob. Billy Bob think they ass.
Jethro.
Mm.
No, man, it's from
Moby.
the Bond movie. It's gonna make my brother-in-law the fastest boat in the bayou. Here comes this big black dude with a race boat.
Oh yeah, I remember that scene.
That's the guy who took the gun. He goes, I'm gonna commandeer this here vehicle.
You know,
from the
crazy
state.
ass sheriff.
And then he come back to him. That fucker's in the back seat like a child.
Well, Tony, I tell you what, we are never in our lifetime. We ain't got to worry about it, bruh.
Hmm.
We ain't got to worry
No.
about it.
No,
It ain't gonna change.
happening.
It ain't never gonna change. Like Craig said, the big reset. Kill
I
off the
told you.
humans and start all over again.
I told these guys with the electric hybrids about as far as we're going to go here because the reason they're where they are is because they're funded, and anytime you're funded or somebody bankrolls your shit, you got an experiment. But we don't have the grid for all of this shit they want by the year they want to do it. And once you get a Republican in there, you're going to cut all that shit. Fucking
Yeah,
forget
and Ronald, where they gave out $7 billion to build charging stations, and they said
Mhm.
2 have been built. So, where do you think that money's gone?
It's in
What?
Elon Musk's pocket.
It's somewhere,
They gave him most of the money.
but it
Elon-
ain't
Dude,
where it's supposed to be.
No,
They had a
ain't
couple
where
of
it's supposed to be.
They had
See
a couple of charging stations on one of the route I had, and I'd ride by and I'd see these guys hook up, and they'd hook up for 20 minutes or something, half hour, depending on how much they're charging
Right? You see what Craig typed? They got more charging stations at the casino.
you. Yeah.
Hmm
Well, if we all know this, and they know that we know this, why is it still allowed to happen?
Because
Because
we
it's
ain't got
not-
enough.
Because
We ain't got
they
enough.
got the guns.
They ain't got enough firepower. I was about to say, Kiko. And that's why they want to take your guns from you, because any measure of resistance, we trying to snuff.
You, the good old white boy, would have fucking take my gun from me, shit.
Yeah. out of my cold dead hands.
That's one of the last. It's one of the last things that you could ever do. Get away and not get away with it. That'll never ever happen. There'll be a
No,
civil war before that shit even. There's no way.
well, the Jews got a word for us people. They call us
Do they?
Gullum.
Go.
Gullum, yeah, we just let them Gullum make a few shekels and shit and go on about their business, But we
Uh,
gonna still do what we gonna do, cause they still running that lie with Jesus and all this and the Pope and
uh,
all that crap. That's some big ass lie.
let,
All that shit's
let's
some
get
bullshit.
let's get somebody a nation in the heart of the fucking in the den of the devil, man. Look, where I worked. We had this guy, a cool dude too. He had a great attitude. He ran for local alderman in his area. Yakum, his name was. Same
Yakum.
name, first wrestling. Yeah, cool dude, man. Very fucking. He helped save a life on the bus once. So with some fucking drug addict, they did that. What do you call it? That they brought up the Narcan, but he had him going before they got that shit. And and I was talking to him one day, and I just happened to watch one of the history channels. It reminded me of. They said the rest, they're considered Arabs, and they asked all the other countries. The other countries said, "You got to leave there, man." Like I think Israel, you got to leave there. There ain't no, they don't want you. This and that. They're bad news. Well, can we come? Can we come to your country? No. I said, who the fuck? You don't want me to go. You don't want me to live with these guys, but you guys won't take us because they were like a garbage, third fucking rehashed fucking hobo coffee, or something. It's pretty shitty when you get told to leave, you should leave, and then you ask your fellow Muslim, can I come? Can we come to your land? No, you can't, because you have no stature there. What the fuck is that? I was kidding. I was kidding with them once. I said, Yakima. I said, what do you guys do when you get mad? You throw rocks, right? He puts his head down. He goes, yeah. I was just trying to make him. But here's a gas station. The guy worked at this gas station I stopped in. Was near around where this dude lived. This guy was, I forget what he was, Pakistani or Lebanese. But I come in there joking. I go, yeah, I love great country, man. We give people free ride. They don't even ask you. You better pay money. One time I went there and he goes, because he had this white wife, this ugly bitch, and she gave him some bad news once. And so I go in there all the time. He looks at me, he goes, oh, you working tonight? I said, no, I'm off.
What's up, Will?
He was waiting for me to say something to him. And I never did. I never went back there after that. I don't want to be part of that. You can't ask me to fucking leave.
They will.
Word. What's going on?
Didn't go, you need an IT specialist over here.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Get Tony's camera working. Not like we want to look at
Yeah,
it or anything.
Well, my Norwegian brother is too busy for me nowadays. He's playing.
No, he said he would. You do that. Allow me on your computer app or whatever, and he could
Yeah,
dial
remote
in and
access,
fix it
Tony.
for you. Yeah, he could fix it for you in like 30 seconds.
Yep.
30 seconds, huh?
Or less.
Mhm.
Hello, Will.
It's something
Not
stupid
Will.
you done did, Tony.
It's not Will Wheaton, just Will.
No, it's something stupid. He just needs to click the
Yep.
button on.
Yep, it's something stupid you
Look, was
doing.
talking about stupid.
You did something.
Hey, I choose to be in the witness protection program.
I'll get to my fault,
Right.
man. I reckon it's my fault.
You did something to that damn pewter. It's always human error.
Go make me a baked potato.
Well, make your tater, all right.
Now, what's that Ron White guy is in comedy? He says, He says, he got drunk at a bar and he said, you have the right. They said, you have the right to remain silent. He goes, but I didn't have the ability. so, so he says, this guy, the cop there, and he's, from a town of 400, so 450. He said, we've met. We know that you know the guy. He goes to the guy and said, do you have any aliases? He goes, Tater Tot.
That's stupid.
He says, I come from a town that small. We all know each other. What the fuck you mean? If he knows, you know.
I'm got to get ready for my 9 o'clock appointment.
Yeah, like what do you got? The shuffle with the walker?
No. This is what the final follow up from that leg surgery. They're gonna do a last MRI.
Matter of fact, tell everybody the good news here. You leaving? You're coming here on the 12th of July.
Kiko already know.
Already know. Maybe I'm just trying to remind folks here.
No, I told everybody that my friends. I told them because I don't want to hear that. Oh damn,
you bringing up the rear.
Yeah, you been to the Philippines? Ain't told nobody. I told.
Occidental, huh?
I ain't tell Craig. I don't think.
I'm not near there. I'm in Mindanao.
I told Christian, told Will, told Kiko. I think I did tell Kiko. Kiko was there.
Say it ain't so, Joe. Say it ain't so.
With David, Jack knows. Who the Dennis knows?
Dennis, where's Dennis been? Haven't heard from him for a long time.
Hey, MIA.
Yeah.
But
or SOB, south of the border.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Bowling.
Yeah.
You remember what you call his old girl? Old boy. What's that bitch name?
Cat?
Yeah, Kate.
Cat? Kate?
Catherine.
No, that's
Dennis
King
Ballin.
of Canada.
Yeah,
King
Dennis
of Canada.
Ballin.
The Alberta agitator.
Yeah.
Baconator. He's down Columbia doing fucking what's 6 chicks at one time for threesome. What's the word for 6? A number.
All right. Just about everybody here already, Tony.
Say some people.
Man, he probably down in Colombia.
I think Sis is something like that for 6.
Yeah, Sis.
He might be up this bald hairline with Colombian chicks.
What up, Kiko?
Last night, how far did Jack say that volcano was from where he's at?
Oh,
because it didn't affect him. He didn't have to move.
It's pretty far away. It's like center away from him.
I'm gonna tell you what I know. When I took the bus ride in 2013 up to Naga from here. There were fucking buku volcanoes all the way up, and some of them still had the steam rising up through them. So if they ever decide
the islands were formed, Tony.
If they ever, I know that. If they were to ever go off, they'd be in a world of hurt down in Naga.
Well, if Yellowstone ever goes off, everybody's in a world of hurt.
That'd be a big one too. Man, he's saying it ain't that far from that either.
I'm surrounded by 5 of them.
Wouldn't that kind of be like
yeah, but the wind's blowing east.
The asteroid or that impact the asteroid, it was something.
Mm-hmm. What asteroid you talking about?
I just think maybe it's on the long lines of some kind of event that you couldn't do nothing about. You sit there and take.
Well, I'm telling you, those ancient aliens that come back and forth and visit, if they decide to want to kick that ring of fire and start some shit, they can do it.
So a lot of folks think that space ends somewhere.
I just all like you gotta do.
Well, I want to know what kind of weed they're smoking.
Drop them atomics. That's all it takes. Trigger all that shit. Ain't nobody getting away. What we was talking about the other day, Craig? when he was trying to reset the fucking population. We're gonna freeze the pole shifts and everything freeze the fuck over. Everybody died.
There you go.
You
The
know what
great
they're gonna do?
shift.
Tell us to get down underneath our desks.
You're like, okay, who knows how to make a fire here?
Yeah, for sure. Out of what?
Yeah,
Everything gonna be froze.
frozen wood.
Oh hell. They're gonna be away, but we ain't gonna be here to see that shit. At least I know I ain't. I'm checking out early. Shit, they talking that shit. I don't want to be around see none of that shit. I will be a frozen fossil. I can't believe this motherfucking bed. Mm-mm-mm. This some bullshit.
For what? Anybody still there?
Yeah, I just turned on the air on this sucking this stupid ass mattress so I can put some more air in it. The least I could do is sit on it. When I get back from my appointment, I'm going back to Wally World and getting another one. It'll hold between now and July 11th.
2.5 gallon flushes. Amazing.
Time for a strong cup of coffee.
Ah, yeah. I'm gonna shit my pants here. Ooh.
You got IBS, Tony?
Got what? Irritable. I don't know what happened. I like that all my life, though.
Oh,
That's just
hell.
another thing to go against me, huh? When I apply for my disability.
All right. Now, my boy Kuya Paul, he got IBS, right? Irritable bowel syndrome.
Yeah.
But I ain't got nothing else better to do to call it I be shitting.
Hey, here you go. Shit. You kidding? They said if you have excess gas, you might have colon cancer. Well, I've been having excess gas all my life.
Well, you better get
But
that
no.
colon checked, bruh. When the last time you ever even had the first one?
Well, I'm due this year.
You passed
I'm gonna
due.
do it. I'm due this year. 63. I'm due.
What? You ain't get the first one at 50?
Yeah, I've had it done. I've had
Oh.
it done a couple times. Twice a couple times. That's what,
And the prostate, bruh.
yeah, I do a regular physical there, and that's why I want to see how much the colonoscopy was, because the amount of the flight, if it equals, or if it's equal, I'll have it done here. I tell you about that. I can't take that. This is the last time I go on a fucking plane, man. I can't take this shit.
Oh, that's what happens.
Dude, I'm beyond words. I don't even know what word would describe that shit, because it hurts so fucking bad. And I can't get comfortable. Fucking 13 hours on a plane, man, across the ocean. I can't get comfortable. And I was in coach last year, so I purposely picked premium economy. So they don't have that on Guitar. They got it on the Philippine airline. So
Damn.
I mean, the dude next to me happened to be from my wife's hometown of Bonga. I'm like, damn, man, what's it? I go, oh, maybe this is the guy my sister-in-law had a kid with. I better, tone down the conversation, feel him out, see what he says.
Mm-hmm.
But he was young, and so he kept asking me. I fell asleep after 30 some hours. I slept like 2. He said, yeah, man, you're snoring. People were looking at me.
Cutting the rug.
He said, you could hear me. You could hear me every time that turbulence would rock us. I go, oh. You see, you're all right, and I couldn't respond to him because just as soon as that happened, another one happened.
Right.
Well,
Well,
then what's so
You in a good place, Tony.
Hey, I went through all that work of having that, what is that thing you gotta go, you still gotta do it, but it ain't that big of a deal no more. Which you registering, you know, so they know where you're from, who you are and all this shit. And, I went through that last time and I go to show the dude the shit on my phone. He just goes like, go ahead. Oh, fuck. I work hard at this.
Well, you're in a good place, Tony, because you don't get a lot of processed food anymore, so your prostate is pretty much safe right now.
Yeah, I know that sucker's a little enlarged though, man. Lately I've been getting up, if I drink something at 7 o'clock, I better piss it out by 9, because otherwise I'm getting up.
Right?
I get up anyway. What I think is my problem when I drink sugar, like I've been going mad over Coca-Cola, that disrupts everything. I've been getting up at 4 o'clock every morning now.
Yeah. You're gonna have to take a break.
Yeah. I got 2 in the fridge, and that'll be about it for me for a long time. I think.
I ain't had one since Sunday.
Sunday.
Yes, that's a rare for
Well,
me, bro.
I'm on my 2-hour bill here. Anybody hanging around here? I'll shut this down. You ain't got nowhere to run there, Professor?
Yeah, I'm getting ready for I'm about to take my meds and then get ready for my 9 o'clock appointment. It's 7:21 now.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go pretty soon. I gotta go visit my mom for lunchtime. So,
Roger that. Tell her
all
I
right,
said hi.
all
Can't
right,
say nothing bad about that one. Who you
Yeah.
got?
all right, fellas. Have a good
All right,
week.
all right,
Greg,
Kiko.
Christian.
Chico, we got 5 people here, man. 4 now.
Wow.
Holy shit, man. We're rolling.
You still there, Will? Come on up.
Man, but we all leaving though. We all
Oh,
leaving.
okay.
Okay.
You all
All right,
leaving, ain't you?
Have a good one, fellas.
Yeah, we all leaving. We can't stay
Okay.
here. The bar closing.
Yeah. I got 1 more left. I ain't leaving until I have my beer drunk.
Oh,
Hey,
damn.
buddy. Thanks for coming tonight. You know, you 4 Egyptians in the background.
Right.
That be from somewhere, right? All right.
All right. Thanks, Stone. Kiko.
All right. Professor,
Christian,
thanks. Bye.
Will.
We'll see you all next week.
Craig.
You all come back now, you hear?
Well, he raised up a son that could eat up his weight in groceries.
Hey. All right, man. Take it easy. See ya.
Later.
Later.